This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. It is Monday, April 13th. I'm all by myself in the studio today. But Steph and Jeff are joining us from home. Good to see you guys. Oh, we all look great in these marine aquatic blues. Everyone looks great. Wave hi, everyone. No, yeah. Someone at the door. Millions celebrated Easter remotely, watching performances and services online. World-renowned tenor Andrea Bocelli gave a moving concert from Italy in front of the Duomo in Milan, one of the country's hardest hit by a coronavirus. God, it was so good. Stars also shared Easter greetings, including Dolly Parton, who had a message and song for fans. Take a look.
The gates and doors were barred and all the windows fastened down. I spent the night in sleeplessness, rose at every sound, half in hopeless sorrow, half in fear the day would find the soldiers breaking through to drag us all away.
God, I love Dolly. Now, Mariah Carey also performed one of her hits, Hero, for Joel Osteen's Easter service. Take a look.
There's a hero. If you look inside your heart, you don't have to be afraid of what you are. There's an
I'm sorry, but Mariah Carey still has the pipes. I wanted to let you guys know for the Jews out there that are watching, a group of celebrities did a Seder to raise money, and Jason Alexander, or George Costanza, led it. I wanted to give you a little bit of that. Take a look.
Now, normally our friends and our loved ones would gather together on this night and we'd tell the ancient story. And even though we are all pretty much separated tonight, it seems like this story is more timely and more important than ever. So we soldier on. Even though we can't physically be together, we can still eat and laugh and reflect and dream, and we can do all that while raising much needed funds for the CDC Foundation. So please, during our...
So if you watch more too, it got really crazy and funny. Jeff, how was your Easter?
It was amazing, actually. I mean, we'd all like to be together, you know, with our families and friends, but what we had here was special. It was our first, you know, time having Easter in our new house. We tuned into the Vatican ceremony. We tuned into Andrea Bocelli. We were watching all the services on TV, so it was beautiful. And then in the morning, we had a little Easter egg hunt. I think we have a little clip we could roll. I want to show you guys.
Let's see.
This is where he left off.
Whoa.
Was the Easter Bunny in my shower?
Yeah. Oh, there's more eggs.
Whoa!
Wait, was that in the shower?
Yeah, so I hid clues all over the house, you know, so they had to run from one spot to the other one, and that was the final place where the baskets were. But it was a tradition, I guess, I was talking to my parents yesterday, that my grandfather started. So he started at hiding little candy bars around the house for my mom. Then my dad used to do it for us, and now we're carrying on the tradition. So it was beautiful. How did you guys spend your Easter?
Well, I did a lot of Passover Zoom with my parents and plague puppets on my hand, which was crazy. But I hear Stephanie tried to cook something pretty British. What was that, Steph?
Yeah, so in England, it's a tradition. We have a Sunday roast, which is kind of like a roast chicken or beef or pork or whatever with like vegetables and things. So I was like, you know what, it's Easter Sunday. I'm going to give it a go. Not only am I going to try and make a roast, I'm going to try and make a Yorkshire pudding. Now, if you don't know what it is, it's eggs, flour and milk, and it's kind of like a savoury pancake, but it rises into like a really, I don't even know the shape, a very unusual shape, and you just douse it in gravy. It did not live up to my mother's standards, but I tried my best.
Well, Yorkshire pudding is something you can work on, and I'm very proud of you for attempting. That was brave of you. Very bravo. A round of applause for Steph. Well, getting to the headlines here, live from Zoom, it's Saturday night. Ooh, SNL aired its first ever live at home episode. Fresh off his coronavirus recovery, Tom Hanks opened the show from his kitchen. Take a look.
Hey, it's good to be here, though it is also very weird to be here hosting Saturday Night Live. from home. It is a strange time to try and be funny, but trying to be funny is SNL's whole thing. So we thought, what the heck? Let's give it a shot.
Love the Hanks. Live sketches included a spoof on the Zoom conference call, with most of the participants getting it wrong. Actually, it's just these two. They got it really wrong. Colin Jost and Michael Che did a weekend update from their living rooms. They interviewed Alec Baldwin, and that, of course, was as Donald Trump on the phone. I've got to be honest with you, Jeff, I'll go to you because you and I do comedy or like it. I thought it was dreadful.
Yeah, you know what? I was very hopeful, so I went into it with a good attitude. But listen, they're trying their best. They didn't knock it out of the park. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. But everyone's trying their best, and they, you know, it's the hand that they're dealt. So I guess I give them credit for trying.
Yeah, okay, that's fair of you. But I will say, I'll take it a little step further. Weekend update when they had nobody in the audience, but they allowed people to laugh, like so you could hear people laughing, was just the worst idea you could possibly have. And I don't get anyone laughing at my jokes, and I'm saying that, so you can understand how bad that is. Seriously, I thought it was terrible. Speaking of Tom Hanks, though, remember how his wife Rita Wilson showed off some of her sick rapping skills with her rendition of Naughty by Nature's Hip Hop Hooray? Well, now the group has released a remix featuring Rita. Have a listen. That is unbelievable. The group says that proceeds from the remix will go to Music Care's COVID-19 relief fund that supports members of the music community affected by the virus. I do have to ask Steph, is there a song like mine is Shoop? Like I know it, I just know it from like the back of my hand. Like, girls, what's one weakness? Men. Okay, then, chillin'. Is there a song you just totally know from your past?
Okay, no, but there's I don't know, I really hate karaoke or anything like that. I don't sing, but I learned a little bit from Jeff, because Jeff always does the Humpty song, and I quite like that because it's a bit more talking. But this gives me hope, because if Rita now is like part of like a whole rapping song, maybe Eminem, there's still time that he will reach out to me and take my Godzilla challenge, and we can do it together.
Fingers are crossed here for you. Jeff, I've seen you at every Christmas party do the Humpty song. Is that the one you know the most?
That's my go-to. Every time there's a karaoke machine, the Humpty dance is getting broken out. I could do it a cappella, too. I could do it anywhere you want.
A cappella, I love it. All right, well, speaking of challenges, I will challenge Jeff next time I see him. The handstand challenge has taken the internet and some celebrities by storm. And just a word of caution, don't try this at home at all. You're not strong enough. All right, Tom Holland started the viral sensation by putting on a shirt whilst, which is one of my favorite words, doing a handstand. Stars like Jake Gyllenhaal stepped up to the challenge with his attempt. Looking good, Gyllenhaal. And Olympian Lolo Jones took it one step further. There she is, putting on 2 t-shirts. And then she even takes a sip of wine at the end. Now that is impressive. But it is Olympic gymnast Simone Biles who took it to a new level by doing a handstand and taking off her sweatpants with her feet. Notice there is no supporting wall, too. Wow, we're getting super weird in quarantine, but I gotta be honest, I love Simone Biles. So are you interested in doing the handstand challenge, Jeff? It's like yoga, right?
What?
Is it like yoga?
This delay is beautiful. It's beautiful. You got to walk me through this, Tori. I should have checked out this clip before the show. So what is going on here? Walk me through it. Are they doing a handstand and taking their shirt off?
That's it. Correct. And they're like doing it one arm at a time by putting it on, meaning a lot of core strength, a lot of deltoids and pecs. I don't know what these things are. And then Simone Biles kills it and takes her sweatpants off with her feet. So could you do this at all? Is
this something you think I could do? I can't see the clip, but I feel like this is impossible.
Can I be honest with you? No, I don't think you could do this.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
There you go.
So.
Okay, great.
That's fair. Steph, I think you could pull it off because you literally do everything and no one knows about it. You're like a rifle woman. You like are secretly speak 10 languages. Could you do this? I feel like you could.
No, I love the confidence that you have in me, Tori. That's really good for my self-esteem. But no, I don't think I could do it. I can't even do a normal handstand, never mind put a t-shirt on upside down and everything else.
I can't even put a t-shirt on right, so that's difficult for me. Now, first it was hand sanitizer, then toilet paper. Now they're stocking up on the hair dye. Walmart's CEO says that hair color is the next panic buy item. With hair salons closed, people are dying to do their roots or get a haircut. So items like boxed hair color, clippers are in big demand these days. Stars like Hilary Duff took to dyeing her hair over the weekend and posted this new teal do. Looks sort of greenish. I kind of dig it. Former Bachelor Colton Underwood, oh my gosh, had some fun with the clippers. He let his girlfriend Cassie Randolph give him a trim, but some fans question whether this bald look was real or not. Oh boy. Are you at all thinking of cutting your hair? Raise your hand if you're thinking of cutting your own hair. Both of you. Raise your hands. Nope. How about, oh, you are. You're going to cut it, Jeff?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's getting a little long in here, so I think I'm going to shape it up, and I want to cut the kids' hair. Their hair is getting out of control, so I might do something, but if I do it, I'll definitely film it so everyone can enjoy.
I can't wait. I don't mean to cut this short. See what I did there? Don't go too far, Steph and Jeff. We're weighing in on Tiger King. The big reunion special aired on Netflix. Wait till you hear some of the surprising new revelations. And later, a doctor is dancing his way into our hearts during this pandemic. We get to chat with him about the joy he's bringing in such dark times. And check out our empty studio. Our team members are working from home to keep the community safe. I miss you all. We'll be right back. Close. Welcome back to DBL. Just when you thought it was safe to step out of the tiger cage, Netflix draws us back in with more Tiger King. The breakout docuseries about the big cat trade was back last night with a reunion special called The Tiger King and I. Oh, Lord. Hosted by Joel McHale, as you can see. Due to this pandemic, everyone was filmed remotely from their homes. And some of the biggest revelations, Joe Exotic's ex-husband, John Finley, has new teeth. Okay. One of the stars, Rick Kirkham, revealed that Joe is actually terrified of big cats and said he only got close with a blind tiger or ones that had been sedated. So I know both of you watch Tiger King. Steph, as an animal lover, you got to think at some point that this is kind of like, this guy's a bad dude.
Yeah, so did I love the series? Absolutely. Is Joe Exotic TV gold? Without a shadow of a doubt. But when I watched this, it seemed as though every single person that was interviewed said that he should definitely be in jail, that he shot multiple tigers. I think they actually said 5, some of which that weren't sick, that there was no reason for them to be euthanized. So that really did change my perspective a lot, because I felt as though they were speaking very honestly and freely. And so yeah, it kind of ruined it a little bit for me, because I was really on the Tiger King train. I did very much like Joe Exotic, but it did change my opinion a little.
That's true, and I know it was like everyone was spoken for, but no one was speaking up for the Tigers. Jeff, you cool cat and kitten, how did you think about this reunion special?
Did you do a little Carol Baskins there?
I tried.
Cool cat and kittens?
I tried.
Listen, that was good. I picked up on that. Listen, he's never getting out of jail. I don't know why people think Trump is going to exonerate this guy. That's ridiculous. He deserves to be in jail. I think a couple of those other people deserve to be in a loony bin, if not jail. So they're all crazy on that show. I'm looking forward to the reunion as well, though.
The loony bin is like so 1900s. All right, Steph and Jeff, check in with you later. Stay here. Next on DBL, we're talking to the doctor with all the right moves. He's getting a ton of buzz on social media and telling us what inspires him during these unprecedented times. Yeah!
Watching the news these days can be scary. Experts advise sanitizers can dry out your hands to a scaly mess. Introducing HydroClean Hand Sanitizer by Henbana. Based right here in the USA. We started with an ingredient from an FDA-registered facility that kills 99.9% of germs. So trusted, it's used for surgical prep in hospitals. Oil, soothing aloe vera, and hyaluronic acid.
And sometimes dancing does the trick. Just ask trauma anesthesiologist resident Dr. Jason Campbell, also well known as the TikTok doc. His routines are getting a ton of views on social media. I got the chance to talk with him earlier. He went to my high school. We cavelled over each other. I'm so proud of him. Check it out in today's DBL Spotlight. Dr. Jason Campbell, Hello, welcome to DBL. You have danced your way straight into my heart. Now, you found a way to break up the stress of being in a hospital by dancing, and now your videos are super viral. Just tell me what started it.
Sure. So it was a desire for me to connect with the community, with the African American youth. And all of a sudden, from there to moving forward, it's kind of inspired others, inspired healthcare workers alike, and it's been amazing.
It's just good to see healthcare workers smiling, to be honest, because everyone's on the front line. Are these coronavirus-inspired dances? Is this when you went viral? Or are these like TikTok, which I'm too old to understand?
No, not at all. No. So yes, the Corona foot shake was the one where we first went viral with just saying, hey, we don't need to use our hands in the hospital.
Yes.
We can use our feet, to greet each other, to have fun, just to show that we're human too.
Oh, that is so cool, and it looks exhausting. What's your message behind the moves?
Sure. So it's multifaceted. First, it's the message that to the youth, you can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, you can be a businessman or woman and still have fun. You can take your job seriously, but not take yourself too seriously. And then for COVID-19 and for the coronavirus, it's that we are taking this very seriously. We're not here to detract from the severity of the situation, but just to have a lighthearted moment after a 12 to 13-hour day. We're working for you, so we're so happy that you guys are staying safe and staying home.
I'm studying Buddhism, and joy is such an important part, like just honest to goodness, just childlike joy. I'm so proud of you. Now, as a doctor, what are your thoughts on the recent news that the Black population in particular is dying from coronavirus disproportionately, and I mean a lot more than anyone else?
It's concerning, absolutely, that to hear these numbers, and hopefully the right personnel are looking into why this is and what underlying factors there are and how we can make sure this doesn't happen again.
And to highlight the disparities, because they came from a long historical context and we can't just ignore them when we move on past this. I just want to ask you, and this might be difficult, but what is the hardest part of dealing with the coronavirus patients?
Sure. For patients that either are positive or that we don't know if they're positive or not, we treat them both the same.
Yeah.
And so for me, I've dealt with patients that we don't know if they are positive or negative, and for that, it's using the protective equipment, the PPE that you obviously hear about. And so for us, that's not the normal way, right? That's not what we've been doing.
Right.
So it's different. And so it's definitely been a change. It's been a real change.
It's like a weird true barrier between you and your patients. That's weird. I just want to say I'm like cavelling. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for being such a great doctor, a great dancer, and giving us a moment of joy in a lot of pain. Thank you so much, Doc. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
Hello, I'm William Shatner, and you may not know this about me, but years ago, I was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. And like millions of others, I was prescribed sleep equipment. Did you know sleep
Welcome back to DBL. It is time for a security alert sponsored by LifeLock. We really want you to take this seriously because there's a new coronavirus scam out there involving people posing as health officials in order to get your personal information. The scammers claim they are with the Department of Public Health and they literally try to get inside your home, claiming they need to inspect it for COVID-19. Well, once they're inside, they either steal from the homeowner or get personal information. Remember, and I know it sounds silly, but just remember, never let someone inside you don't know, especially now. According to the Federal Trade Commission, Americans have lost nearly $12 million to scammers during this pandemic. And get this, $7 million of that in just the first 9 days of April. So to protect yourself from fraud, call LifeLock at 1-800-438-1089. I know I say it's silly to remind people, but sometimes, like, for instance, I bet you have a lot of people coming in and out with movers and stuff. Sometimes you think, oh, who is this guy, right? It's easy to sort of get vulnerable now.
Yeah, it's disgusting that this is even happening. I mean...
Sorry, go ahead, Jeff. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's over.
Is the whole thing over? We're just decided to be done? All right. Well, thanks so much, Jeff and Steph. We want to end the show in some uplifting music. You guys are going to love this. Rapper Pitbull is bringing everyone together during this difficult time with his new song called I Believe That We Will Win. It's not great. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow.